To be self-reliant, we have to be financially free. And to be financially free, we must channel our resources and our income into assets that are capable of working for us even when we are sleeping. As we have the strength jumping around from one job to another job, from one business to another business, we are not going to be having that strength for the rest of our life. That strength is going to be taken away from us when we are at age 65, 70, 80. And what that means is that we are not going to be able to juggle from one place of work to another to make money. The only money that's going to be coming to us is the money from the assets that we have invested in over the years. And when it comes to those assets, one of those assets that are outstanding and reliable to invest in order to secure your future and the future of your children and grandchildren is real estate. And one aspect of the real estate that anyone with a low budget can invest in is land banking. Land banking is one of the simplest and productive aspects of real estate that you can invest in for at least 5 years to 10 years, that you will have a huge return on your investment. Anyone can do it. Anyone with a low income, regardless of the amount, if you can give yourself time to put your resources, to discipline yourself, if you can discipline yourself to put your resources into land banking, regardless of your income right now, 10 years from now, you are going to be free. 20 years from now, you are going to be amazed as to how that small land that you have bought has turned out to be. And for the sake of us that don't know what land banking is, land banking is a real estate investment strategy that involves investment or buying of an underdeveloped or undeveloped area of a city or town for an extended period of at least 5 years for the purpose of reselling it or developing it. You buy it and you hold on to it for at least 5 years. Then you resell it or develop it. That's land banking. And if you don't do that land banking properly, you're going to regret it. So there's a strategy to it. There are some steps that we need to follow in order to create and sustain wealth through land banking, which is the major thing that we're going to discuss today. So ensure to watch the video from the beginning to the end, because I'm going to show you 5 steps that you and I can follow in order to do or invest successfully in land banking. So for us to do land banking and make the most of our investment, the very first thing we must do is to look out for a current real estate bubble. And by a real estate bubble, I mean the current location that is attracting the attention of the government and the high net worth investors. That is a real estate bubble. A location that is attracting the attention of government projects and high net worth investors. So for you to be able to do that land banking strategically, you have to focus on where the attention of governments and the high net worth individuals or the investors are. For example, let me show you how the real estate bubble works in Lagos State. You can use that to judge the location that you are. But for here in Lagos, I'm going to show you how the real estate bubble in Lagos moved and where we are currently now. So the real estate bubble in Lagos State started from the mainland. The attention of people, the investors were at mainland as at 55 years, 50, 60 years ago. The attention of people were there. They were buying land. That was one of the uh, first real estate bubble in Lagos State. They started buying lands, started buying properties there because that was where the attention of the government and high net worth individuals were as at the time. So as at that time, even if someone approached you to buy land at the Victoria Island, which is VI, you're going to be complaining. You're going to be saying, "Oh, who is going to buy a waterlogged area? Who is going to buy a marshy land?" Because the attention of people had not been called to the Victoria Island. Then all of a sudden, the government and the high net worth investors shifted their attention from mainland to Victoria Island. That was the second real estate bubble in Lagos State. And why the attention of people, the high net worth individuals and governments that had foresight to see what was coming to Victoria Island, they were buying, but those that were skeptical, they were still buying lands at the mainland. Even when you approach them to buy land in Victoria Island, as at that time, they will tell you, "Oh, no, that's marshy land. That is a waterlogged area. Let me be investing in mainland." And it dawned on them that Victoria Island turned out to be a great thing today. And when Victoria Island was saturated, then the real estate bubble moved from Victoria Island down to Lekki. Then some smart investors started investing in Lekki because the real estate bubble has shifted from Victoria Island to Lekki, like places like Lekki Phase 1 down to Igbefo and all of that. So people were buying land there, but some people were still focusing on Victoria Island and the mainland. But the smart investors, which are the early adopters, they started buying because they were following the trajectory of real estate bubble. That is why when you are investing in real estate, you must have foresight. You must be able to see what is going to happen in the next 5 years, 10 years, and that can be made possible by focusing your attention on the government's projects and the investment that some private individuals are doing that may likely cause the properties in those areas to like skyrocketed. The real estate bubble moved from Lekki down to Aja, from Aja down to Sangotedo, then from Sangotedo then to Ibejuleki, as Dangote bought a sizable land that is like 5 times Victoria Island at Ibejuleki. Then the real estate bubble shifted from Aja and Sangotedo down to Ibejuleki, and that attracted the attention of great other investors apart from Dangote. Then government started forecasting new projects to be done there, which by now we have the site for the Lekki International Airport there already. So many people are trooping into Ibejuleki, uh, which is one of the bob right now, and the attention is already like kind of like off Ibejuleki right now. We are currently massively on at Ekpena. The real estate bubble is currently at Ekpena because of the fact that government has moved most of their projects there, and some smart investors are also following how the government and the smart investors are moving. So for you to have high return on investment when it comes to land banking, you must follow the trajectory of real estate bubble, where the attention of the government and the high net worth investors are at the moment. Your attention must be there. So that is the first thing that you must do, because if you invest anyhow just because someone has presented a land to you, or like different locations that are not attracting the attention of government or high net worth investors. If you buy property in such location, you're going to be complaining that, oh, I have bought the property 5 years, 10 years, it has not added up in value. Of course, it will not be added up in value because you didn't buy that property at a location that is experiencing a bubble at the moment. So you have to follow the trajectory of a real estate bubble at the moment. So that is the first step. So the second step into creating wealth and sustain your wealth through land banking is to seek the attention of an insider or an expert or a real estate consultant that is knowledgeable about the location of your choice. So your choiced location that you have chosen, you have to look for an expert or a real estate consultant or your lawyer. And what the real estate consultant is going to help you to be doing is to, like when you have seen the land that you like, that real estate consultant will help you do a due diligence to know that the land is not under any encumbrance, to know that the land has not been encumbered. So you must seek for the attention of expert or the real estate consultant, which is one of the service that we do render at Idmas Properties Consulting. So if you are interested in working with us, you can reach out to us through the number on the description. So that is the second point. You must have someone to walk you through, someone that is knowledgeable. You cannot just work with someone based on the fact that that person, you know the person. What if you know the person but that person doesn't have an insider knowledge of that location of your choice? There's going to be a problem. So you have to work with someone that is going to be working alongside with you to get that land of your choice. So the third step into having high return on investment or creating wealth or sustaining wealth through land banking is to buy in bulk. When you are doing land banking, you cannot just go there and buy one plot. When you are doing land banking, buy at least an acre of land, which is 6 plots. The reason for that is when you just buy one plot, you're going to regret it, because a time will come where that one plot might increase in price, not might, will increase in price, and you will regret the fact that, oh, you bought only one plot. I have a client that was telling me the other day that like 15 years ago, when they were still selling a plot at Aja for 250K, he said that he had an opportunity. uh, he had that even if he wanted to buy like 5 plots or an acre, then he could buy, but he didn't buy an acre, not even 2 plots. He just bought one plot at Aja, and then he built a shop there. Today he's regretting the fact that he bought just one plot for 250K. He's regretting because now the property at Ajana, before you see land to buy at Aja for 40 million or 50 million, it will be hard for you. So he's regretting for the fact that he bought just one plot. So when you are doing land banking, buy at least an acre. And even as bad as it may be, if you don't have money for an acre, you can buy 2 plots, so that as time goes on, you might want to develop one plot and sell another plot. So you must buy in bulk. That is the third step into having high return on investment on your land banking. So the fourth step into creating wealth and sustaining wealth through land banking is to look out for a way to start making money through that land that you have bought. Don't just buy land and then leave it there like that. You must engage yourself in doing one or two things there. You can rent it out to someone. Take for example, um, Pastor Paul Ade Farasin, the general overseer of House on the Rock. He credited his wealth to the land banking that his dad did like 50 years ago, on because his father was one of the early adopters of the Victoria Island. His father invested hugely at Victoria Island when so many people were focusing on mainland. They were scared of investing in marshy land at Victoria Island. But his father, Justice Joseph Adefarasin, invested hugely. And one of the surprising thing about that man was the fact that he had the courage to use all the saving that he has done from his the money that they paid him from his for his retirement. He used all of the money to buy land at Victoria Island for land banking. So you know what he did? He bought that land at Victoria Island. He didn't leave that land to be there like that. Some American investors approached him with an offer that they would like to use his land that he has bought to uh, build houses, and they are going to collect the rent for 10 years. after which the house will be that of Pastor Adefaras's father. The land and the house will be his own, but those investors are going to like build on his property for a period of 10 years, after which he will be the one to be collecting the rent. So he agreed. That was how those investors started building on his property. They collected the rent for the stipulated time that they gave themselves, the time frame. After that time, he was both the owner of the houses that those American investors had built. So he from there he owned those houses and the land. So from there he sent his children, both Pastor Adi Farasin and his sibling, to go out and school at abroad. They didn't school in Nigeria. It was from that land that his father bought, that they were able to like school in abroad, and they did so many things. And today, Pastor Dave Farasin plus his siblings are all wealthy because of the single decision that was made by their father. The man has the courage to use all his saving, all his retirement saving, to buy that piece of land. And you see how uh, his family turned out to be. Despite the fact that he is dead now, Pastor Ade Farasin and his siblings are still enjoying that property, though they have sold it. They sold it after 50 years. And that serves as a foundation for generational wealth for their family. So, what am I saying there? The point that that man bought that property, he didn't let that property to be there. He was engaging people to be working on that land while they are paying him some amount of money. He started building wealth for himself. So, as you are doing land banking, or as you are going to start any piece of land that you have bought, even if you are not going to work on it now, rent it out. You can rent it as a farmland to people. I have so many investors that are doing that. So, to make great gain out of your land banking journey, in order to be self-sufficient and self-reliant, which is uh, the movements that we are all embarking on. In order for you to do that, you can't just buy land in terms of land banking and then leave it there till you are going to start reselling it, or like kind of like developing it. No, the moment you buy it, you can start your own farm there or start anything there. But if you cannot uh, do all of that by yourself, you can rent it out to people to start a project there. All you have to do is to give them the time. By this so time, I'm going to reclaim my land, and it has to be documented so that uh, you won't have any problem with them. So that is the fourth thing that you need to do. You have to look out for ways to like get that property to work for you from the get go. The fifth step, which is the last one, is to ensure that you buy from a trusted and a reliable real estate company. You might do all of the things that I've told you from step one, but if you missed step five, you are going to regret the fact that you invested in that property. Because when you are doing land banking, in order for you to like secure your peace of mind, you must buy from a genuine and a trusted real estate company. You cannot just go and do one man business from one Omonile or one Baba and say, "Oh, I've invested in land banking. 10 years, I'm going to reap the reward." not knowing that the moment you have left that place, they have resold that property to as many people as possible, like five different buyers. So for you to secure yourself and your investment, you really need to buy from a real estate company, because even if the land that you have bought from a real estate company has issue, they are going to do everything possible to reclaim your land for you, because they have a reputation to lose. They will not want their reputation to wash down the drain just because of your single investment, because they have a lot of other investors. If they could not sort you out in a positive way, it's going to interfere with their reputation, and they are not going to want that to happen to them. So they are going to look for every possible means to sort you out, to reallocate you into another piece of land that is much more of value as of that property that you have bought in the first place. So you cannot just do a one-man business when you are doing land banking. Never, don't try it. Because if when you try it, you are going to sell your peace of mind as a result of that single investment that you have done. That is when you are going to cry and say, the land that I bought 10 years ago, someone has claimed it because you didn't buy it from the right source. You did a one-man business, which is wrong. So those are the 5 steps that we need to follow in order to create wealth and sustain wealth through land banking. I would like to know how the video uh, resonates with you on the comment section. If you have someone that needs to hear this, be endeavor to share this video with them. And if you have a topic regarding land banking that you would want me to talk about, then you can leave it on the comment section too. And as well, if you would like to take a look at some of the properties that we have regarding land banking within Lagos State and Ogun State, you can also reach out to us through the number on the description box, so that we can be of help to you, because land banking is one of the assets, or one of the investment strategy that can get you and I to that self-reliance personality that want to be in the society for us. So that is all I have for us today. I will see you on the next video. Until next time, peace.